By playing the Yuri Parable, you agree that you have completed the Doki Doki Literature Club and accepted any spoilers contained within. Okay! Irashai, irashai! The end is never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end! Pausing right now so that everybody has a chance to seep in the music. Player's name! Ogorf! Ogorf is back, you guys! Ogorf is back!
This is the story of a girl named Yuri. Yuri was a schoolgirl like any other. She would go to classes, have lunch, and meet with her friends in the literature club. While she didn't deem her life as particularly exciting, it was interesting enough for her. After all, she had plenty of things to do: expand her knife collection, try new types of tea, and explore the world of poetry. At this point, it didn't matter what Yuri's future held for her, or how her past treated her. What matters is that Yuri was happy.
When we played Stanley Parable, we loved Nate, the narrator. Of course, yeah, exactly. Of course, I would never forget Nate, right? Yeah. So like, I have to do a voice stretch because I am summoning the spirit of Nate to come and join us for Yuri Parable. I am summoning him and inviting him, his soul and his body and his spirit into this body in order to narrate and be the great Nate for the Yuri Parable.
But then one day, something peculiar happened. Yuri arrived at the classroom for her usual meeting with the other girls, but no one was there. Hello? She called out nervously, only to receive no response. Where could they have gone? Yuri sat at her desk, waiting for them to arrive. After a few minutes, she decided that something was wrong. Yuri tried to think of the most likely explanation for such an odd occurrence. Maybe the meeting was cancelled? She thought to herself. Perhaps there was a mandatory school assembly, and she just missed the memo. Yuri got up and entered the hallway.
Guys, this is a choose your own adventure! This is a choose your own adventure! Oh! Okay! Stay in the room! We're gonna stay in the room the entire time, guys. I'm not getting out of the classroom. I'm gonna stay in here until we die.
However, Yuri was not willing to make such a decision yet. If there was a school assembly, how come she was the only one not aware of it? If she just waited here, surely her friends would arrive at some point. The more time passed and Yuri's confidence began to fade. What if nobody came? Perhaps getting up and looking for everyone would be the best choice after all.
Stay in the room!
But she quickly dismissed the thought of venturing outside the clubroom. The idea of leaving the familiarity of this classroom was so terrifying to Yuri that she would rather stay here forever.
Yes, we're staying here forever! Oh, only 2 times. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I expected to like choose stay in a classroom at least 3 times, but you know what? This is good as well.
Yuri was now a slave to her irrational fear of leaving the clubroom, causing her to stay there indefinitely. She simply couldn't handle the pressure of seeking answers herself. Eventually, if she waited long enough, answers will come. They must, right? Yuri would only accept knowledge if she didn't have to take the initiative. The concept of facing the unknown head on was so overwhelmingly daunting to her, she couldn't even commit to a task as simple as leaving a room.
Truly.
But she was certain that if she waited long enough, something would be revealed to her. Soon. Very soon.
I feel like this is going to be a jump scare soon. It feels primed to be a jump scare. You guys know what I mean? You guys know what I mean, right? You guys know what I mean. It feels kind of primed to be a jump scare right now. Now I'm not sure I'm willing to be in a jump scare right now.
Now it's just a little bit close.
Yeah, you see?
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Hey, that celebrate! That celebrate came in just at the right time! Froggo is never scared. Of course, I'm not scared? No way! No way! I would never be scared about anything. As you see, nothing to be scared about. It was just the end. The end. Forever the end. Forever and ever and ever the end. Okay, so I guess that's one. That's one of the endings. Really easy. Guys, this game is so easy. It'll be a breeze to go through. Oh, yeah. We finished the stream, guys. We finished the game. Thank you very much. Have a good night. We finished the entirety of the Yuri Parable, guys. Woo! Okay. Oh, man. Imagine. That's the end. Like, literally. You guys want me to say it again? Because I know in the Stanley Parable there is no skipping. There is no skipping. And as the Yuri Parable, we shouldn't skip either.
This is the story of a girl named Yuri. Yuri was a schoolgirl like any other. She would go to classes, have lunch, and meet with her friends in the literature club. While she didn't deem her life as particularly exciting, it was interesting enough for her. After all, she had plenty of things to do. Expand her knife collection, try new types of tea, and explore the world of poetry. At this point, it didn't matter what Yuri's future held for her, or how the past treated her. What matters is that Yuri was happy. But then one day, something peculiar happened. Yuri arrived at the classroom for her usual meeting with the other girls, but no one was there. Hello? She called out nervously, only to receive no response. Where could they have gone? Yuri sat at her desk waiting for them to arrive. After a few minutes, she decided that something was wrong. Yuri tried to think of the most likely explanation for such an odd occurrence. Maybe the meeting was cancelled? She thought to herself. Perhaps there was a mandatory school assembly, and she just missed the memo. Yuri got up and entered the hall.
Whoa! Hey! Where is my choice? Hey! You know, I'm gonna stay in the classroom again for the first one, because previously there was like 2 choices. I'm gonna wait until the next one. Before I leave the room.
However, Yuri was not willing to make such a decision yet. If there was a school assembly, how come she was the only one not aware of it? If she just waited here, surely her friends would arrive at some point.
Hi, Akko! How is you? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Yes, you're doing DDLC, specifically the Yuri Parable.
Some more time passed and Yuri's confidence began to fade. What if nobody came? Perhaps getting up and looking for everyone would be the best choice after all.
We can't go into the closet. We get just jump out the window. Just jump out the window. Oh, okay. I hear you. I see you, game. I hear you. I see you. And since like the first two is the exact same one, the fact that we have a different thing to do, you know, kind of tells me that that's the kind of thing that the game wants us to do. So you know what? Yuri is gonna have to jump out the window. I'm sorry, Yuri. The game's not letting. The game's really just like making it so obvious. The correct thing to do is jump out the window. So let's go jump out the window, right? I'm doing great. That's good to hear, Akko.
Hello there.
We'd do the same in that situation. Everybody would jump out the window. You're right. And hello there, Abdelman. Backflip out the window. Hey, yo! Yeah, you see, chat. We all agree. The only reasonable thing to do right now, the only thing that we are going to, because we just have to, because it is the most obvious, sane solution, would be to jump out the window. So let's jump.
Yuri thought she had encountered an unexpected error until this dialogue box came up, confirming that this was actually part of the game. She then praised the game for its clever use of realistic RenP error messages, tricking the user to thinking that they had encountered an actual exception. Let's just take a moment to sit and appreciate this clever piece of game design.
Appreciate it, you guys. Appreciate it, you guys. Appreciate it. Akko, what's happening is that I have played Stanley Parable, you know, and for this, the Yuri Parable, I have summoned the spirit of Nate, the narrator, from Stanley Parable, to come into this body and speak using my mouth, so that we have Nate Arena to Nate Arena to be the narrator of the Yuri Parable. Now this is another PTSD I didn't expect to see. We're gonna be triggering everything, I think.
Okay, I'm over it now. What about you, Yuri? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No! We can stay here forever, right, you guys? We can stay here forever, right? We're gonna stay here forever. Forever and ever and ever.
Well, in that case, we'll just stay here. But the real question is, what would have happened if you said you wanted this to stop? Would the outcome have been particularly different? Perhaps you haven't even thought of it until I brought it up just now. After finishing this section, would it be worth it to restart and try the other option? Or maybe, oh, this is rich. Maybe you've already picked the other option and are now seeing what this one does. Well, anyway, I've already built up the other option so much, so I'll just leave you to decide whether to come back here, continue the story, or just stay here forever. And ever. And ever. Cheers!
Forever! 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 Now the question is, like in Stanley Parable, if you go into the broom closet and you wait for a long time, Nate actually talks again. Nate actually does talk again. So I don't know if by staying, will we get another dialogue box? Will anything be clickable? No, it's not. Nothing is clickable. Click, 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 click. Nothing is clickable. But yeah. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. One thing I really, really did like about the Stanley Parable is just like hearing how exasperated Nate was. So yeah. Okay, guys, I'm bored. Let's go and go. And let's go back. The Yuri Parable has stopped working. Dun 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 dun. Okay, yay! It's back. Guys, in the chat, can you just tell me if I had waited, would anything have happened? Would anything actually have happened?
This is the story of a girl named Yuri. Yuri was a schoolgirl like any other. She would go to classes, have lunch, and meet with her friends in the literature club. While she didn't deem her life as particularly exciting, it was interesting enough for her. After all, she had plenty of things to do. Expand her knife collection, try new types of tea, and explore the world of poetry. At this point, it didn't matter what Yuri's future held for her or how her past treated her. What matters is that Yuri was happy.
Oh, you're okay, awesome.
But then one day, something particular happened. Yuri arrived at a classroom for her usual meeting with the other girls, but no one was there. Hello? She called out nervously, only to receive no response. Where could they have gone? Yuri sat at her desk waiting for them to arrive. After a few minutes, she decided that something was wrong. Yuri tried to think of the most likely explanation for such an odd occurrence. Maybe the meeting was cancelled? She thought to herself. Perhaps there was a mandatory school assembly and she just missed the memo. Yuri got up and entered the hallway.
Enter the manga closet! Of course I had to go there. The game wants me so much to exit the exit. Come on, please. Come on. Of course we're going to go into the manga closet. Of course we're going to go into... What other choice did I have, you guys? There's no choice. None choice. None choice at all. Obviously.
Yuri? Did you just... Huh?
I'm reading manga!
Oh, please don't tell me you're going to do this. Parfait girls? Do you actually like that garbage? You know, Yuri, for someone as sophisticated as you, I honestly didn't expect you to be into this kind of stuff. You did pass 3rd grade, right?
And then from the side, you suddenly see Natsuki just barreling into into the narrator and just like, Perfect Girls is amazing! Yuri is definitely discovering her manga passion. Yep.
Okay, I think you've had your fun. How about you step out of the closet so we can continue the story?
I'm gonna stay in! No, you go first. I'm reading Parfait Girls. I'm gonna stay in here. I'm gonna stay right in here. Come on. Yeah, Yuri is reading the most Yuri manga. Oh yeah. I ship Yuri and Natsuki so much.
Really? Are you still reading manga? Alright then.
Ah! We're both Parfait Girls! Ah! Nice!
Ha! If you can't read manga anymore, there's no reason for you to stay here. Let's just get out of the closet and continue where we left off.
I'm gonna stay inside here. What you gonna do, huh? What you gonna do, huh, Nadarina? Huh? What you gonna do if I stay right here? Huh?
Why, Yuri? Just why? Do you think there's some kind of Easter egg here? Do you think if you stay here for a certain amount of time, something will happen? Because I'll just tell you right now, there are no secrets here.
That means there definitely is a secret.
In fact, there's nothing here at all. The manga closet has absolutely no relevance to the story whatsoever. It baffles me how you are so intrigued by it. Perhaps you can consider this its own branching story. Maybe you'll tell your friends. Did you get the manga closet ending? The manga closet ending was my favorite. I hope your friends find this concerning.
Oh.
Yuri is ugly, stupid, and can hardly form complete sentences.
Rude! Rude, Nate! Rude! Rude! A person who can be sophisticated and learned can still enjoy manga, okay? I think the only person who is being called out from this statement is is the narrator themselves, you know? The narrator is the one that's showing that they are not a person of culture, okay? Guys, this is nothing to do with Yuri. This is all to do with how uncultured and how caveman-like this particular narrator is for not understanding how sophisticated and nuanced manga can be, okay? Hello, Robin! Thank you so much for the hand pats! The voice acting is 8 over 10. We like it here. Exactly, we love it here in the closet. Yuri is in the closet. You can't force Yuri to go out of the closet. Yuri will leave the closet when she feels most appropriate to leave the closet. You know, when she feels comfortable. You can't force people to leave the closet, Nate. Oh my god, Nate, come on. Her friends know about her. Exactly, right? Right? What do you mean? I'm not evil, guys. I have not been evil at all. I have not been evil at all. Why are you putting me as evil? I'm not. I have never been evil. Not even once. Not even once in the history of ever. Not since time itself has become. I have met Kronos previously, and Kronos has just like, for whence time starts, you will never be evil, you know? And I was like, sure, I can do that. And he just like smiled, and so it was. I can never be evil as long as time continues, and time is continuing now. So I am not evil. No way. No way. So let us continue for Yuri. I'm not gonna read this sentence again. The only person here that is super uncultured, stupid, and ugly and can hardly complete sentences apparently is me, since I wasn't able to read that sentence. But also Nate. She had the end. What do you mean? Hey. There is no such thing as yanderes. There's only really passionate people, okay? Just very, very passionate. No such thing as yandere, just really passionate. Yeah, of course. Oh!
Also, the portrait of Markov is terrible.
We're gonna riot here. We're gonna riot. We're gonna have to riot. We're gonna have to riot against Nate. Gosh dang it, Nate. Gosh dang it. Come on, Nate. We expected better of you, Nate. We expected a lot more of you, Nate. How could you, Nate? How could you?
Almost as bad as what you were reading earlier. Still no reaction? Okay, I've come to a very definite conclusion regarding what is going on right now. You're dead. Somehow, Monica has broken through the firewall and altered your personality, causing you to kill yourself in a surprisingly quiet manner. Well, the most responsible thing to do in this situation would be to alert someone nearby. Hello? Is anyone there? The girl in the closet is dead! She has fallen prey to a number of countless physiological human vulnerabilities! Please advise a new girl to take her place and remove her corpse. Any girl except Monica! But make sure the new girl understands basic video game mechanics along with the history of narrative tropes in visual novels so that the irony and insightful commentary of this story is not lost upon her.
Why is Nate blaming Monica? You see, Nate is uncultured. Nate is uncultured. That's all. That's why. You know, I'm sorry, but we all know that Nate is just kind of uncultured. I mean, Nate does not like parfait girls, and did not like Portrait of the Markov. What can I say? Nate just uncultured like that. Nate just don't know nothing. Nate don't know nothing. Boo, Nate. Exactly. Hashtag blame. Different Nate. Different Nate. Different Nate. Different Nate.
When you've done that, feel free to leave this closet and continue the story.
I'm gonna stay in the closet. I'm gonna stay in the closet forever. I'm gonna stay in the closet forever and ever 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 and ever. Ooh! Oh! I love that ending. Guys, we had a wonderful, beautiful ending. Beautiful ending. Absolutely gorgeous ending. An ending that we could never have foreseen. Amazing. Amazing. That was the Yuri Parable, everybody. We had such a fun time with this game. We played it for so long and we learned so much. Thank you guys so much for coming. Everything has been amazing for this game. Oh man, I just love the Microsoft Paint mouse scroll. Yuri in the manga closet ending. That was amazing. That was amazing. 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 Yes. Now that's a coincidence.
This is the story of a girl named Yuri. Yuri was a schoolgirl like any other. She would go to classes, have lunch, and meet her friends in the literature club. While she didn't deem her life as particularly exciting, it was interesting enough for her. After all, she had plenty of things to do. Extend her knife collection, try new types of tea, and explore the world of poetry. At this point, it didn't matter what Yuri's future held for her, or how her past treated her. What matters is that Yuri was happy. But then one day, something peculiar happened. Yuri arrived at the classroom for her usual meeting with the other girls, but no one was there. Hello? She called out nervously, only to receive no response. Where could they have gone? Yuri sat at her desk waiting for them to arrive. After a few minutes, she decided that something was wrong. Yuri tried to think of the most likely explanation for such an odd occurrence. Maybe the meeting was cancelled, she thought to herself. Perhaps there was a mandatory school assembly and she just missed the memo. Yuri got up and entered the hallway.
Okay, so just now what happened was that you had a choice to actually leave the manga. I want to see what is actually happening once we go inside the manga closet and leave the manga closet. Do we have new dialogue or do we have the same dialogue and then after that we only just... I want to see that bit. I want to see that bit. And hello, baby. How is you? Hope you are doing good. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming. How is you?
Yuri? Did you just... Huh?
Start reading manga.
Oh, please don't tell me you're going to do this. Parfait girls? Do you actually like that garbage? You know, Yuri, for someone as sophisticated as you, I honestly didn't expect you to be into this kind of stuff. You did pass third grade, right? Okay, I think you've had your fun. How about you step out of the closet and we can continue the story?
In the closet.
Really? Are you still reading manga? Alright then. Ha! If you can't read manga anymore, there's no reason for you to stay here. Let's just get out of the closet and continue where we left off. Why, Yuri? Just why? Do you think there's some kind of Easter egg here? Do you think if you stay here for a certain amount of time, something will happen? Because I'll tell you right now, there are no secrets here. In fact, there's nothing here at all. The manga closet has absolutely no relevance to the story whatsoever. It baffles me how you are so intrigued by it. Perhaps you consider this its own branching story. Maybe you'll tell your friends, "Did you get the manga closet ending? The manga closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Yuri is ugly, stupid, and can hardly form complete sentences. Also, the portrait of Markov is terrible. Almost as bad as what you were reading earlier. Still no reaction. Okay, I've come to a very definite conclusion regarding what is going on right now. You're dead. Somehow, Monica has broken through the firewall and has altered your personality, causing you to kill yourself in a surprisingly quiet manner.
I guess. But also, Yuri. aren't we all weeables? Aren't we all weeables?
Well, the most responsible thing to do in this situation will be to alert someone nearby.
Okay, let's cut this one for a bit because we got all of this. Blah 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 blah. Thing closet. Okay, let's leave the closet now. Let's see what happens. We have a different. Ah,
Great. Wait. You're not the new girl. You're still Yuri. You weren't dead after all? You were alive that whole time? Does that mean you were just staying in that closet to spite me? Guess it doesn't matter now. Let's continue where we left off.
No wait. Hey, sleep. So we did get new dialogue. We got a little bit of new dialogue. Yes.
Yuri got up and entered the hallway.
Well, the other one would literally just be staying in the room and enter the hallway again. So I guess we'll just enter the hallway. Guys, we got 2 whole endings, guys. We got 2 whole endings, yeah? Yeah. Our first we got 3 endings, actually. We got 3 full endings. One was a Rempi era ending. One was a manga closet. Okay, I think maybe the real endings are like, it says there, the manga closet ending. Maybe that's what they consider as the real ending, rather than like, just now when we just stayed in the classroom and nothing happened. Was that considered an ending? I have no idea, actually. I have no idea.
Now that Yuri was in the corridor, she was faced with 2 different directions. Yuri turned right, out towards the gym.
I have to, guys! Somebody tells me to do a thing! I feel the need to rebel!
This was not the correct way to the gym, and Yuri knew that perfectly well. Perhaps she wanted to stop by the school courtyard, just to admire it. Ah, yes, the courtyard. Truly a place worth admiring.
Basically like the break room, right?
The school contrasted beautifully with nature, creating a scene that was truly a pleasure to witness. Yuri just stood there, taking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Yuri turned back around and headed towards the gym. Yet she continued walking and ended up entering the school's other wing. Yuri was so bad at following directions, it's astonishing how she was considered the smartest club member.
Now that would be Monica. Also, dude, this is trippy. This is trippy. This is trippy.
Yuri, perhaps you've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy. I'm really not. I want to help you. In fact, this story has been about nothing but you this whole time. Yet you arrogantly ignored me and have chosen your own path. However, there's still a way this can end well.
Yuri bad at following. Sounds like somebody else we know. Points at self.
Yuri walked down the left hallway. Perhaps you didn't hear me properly. Yuri walked down the left hallway. Ahem. Yuri walked down the left hallway. Fine, Yuri, I give up. If you want to see what's in the right hallway so badly, don't let me stop you. Here we are. There's nothing here. Was it worth it, Yuri? You made such an effort to go in the exact opposite direction that you were supposed to, just to find literally nothing. I haven't even made scenes for this section, as I truly thought we would never end up here. Is this what you wanted, Yuri? To stare at nothingness? Was it worth forsaking the entire plan I made specifically for you? Do you think that I didn't put a lot of effort into it? Because I did. If you didn't want to follow that story, then what do you want? What would have made this game better? Did you want a tea-making mechanic? A desirable MC? Help me out here, as what I've made clearly didn't satisfy your strange desires. Actually, let's try something. This is a stab at the dark at a new design. Let's see how it goes. The Yuri Parable, a generic happy ending. It's only been done around 1 trillion times. Hello, Yuri! Glad you can make it to the festival!
You remember the curtains and the candles, right? I'll kill you if you forgot!
Of course. This is gonna be so much fun!
Don't get ahead of yourself, Sayori. We still need to set everything up.
That's right. Could you get your cupcakes ready while Yuri sets up the decorations? I'll start displaying the poetry pamphlets.
Sounds good.
We scatter and begin to work on setting everything up. Everybody did their part, and soon the preparations for the festival were complete. The classroom was dimmed by my curtains, giving it an atmospheric...
Oh, wait, no, this is Yuri talking! This is Yuri talking! Guys, this is Yuri talking!
We scatter and began to work on setting everything up. Everybody did their part, and soon the preparations for the festival were complete. The class was dimmed by my curtains, giving it an atmospheric feel. Natsuki's cupcakes were neatly prepared on a table near the entryway. Slowly, people started entering the classroom. While the majority of visitors just stopped by to get a cupcake, a few explored the room a little more, admiring the work we put into it. Occasionally, people could be seen reading the poems that Monica put up against the walls. This continued for a few more minutes, until it was time to perform our poems.
It definitely is a mod. Yeah. Oh, yay, 10 stream. Woohoo, let's go! Let's go, let's go!
Monica volunteered to go first. She read her poem at a steady pace and emphasized the rhyme scheme. You could easily tell that she had been practicing a lot. When she was done, a handful of people quietly clapped, and then it was Sayori's turn. She read one of the ones she wrote for the literature club. I could tell because I recognized it from one of our previous meetings. The few people that were still paying attention by the end of her poem seemed to enjoy it well enough. Natsuki went, and then I was the last one.
Nothing on Natsuki? Really? Nothing? Nothing? You're not gonna say anything for Natsuki? Okay.
As I stepped up to the podium, I could feel my heart beating faster and faster. I was nervous, but also excited. What would everybody think of me? What if I made a mistake? A silver of doubt entered my mind, but I shrugged it off as fast as possible. I then began to read. Each word felt so natural coming out of my mouth, as if it was destiny. At this point, I was unsure if my reading was voluntary. I was lost in my own thoughts, yet I continued to read with a powerful voice. I glanced up and saw the small crowd. Among them were Monica, Sayori, and Natsuki, all smiling at me. Among them were Monica, Sayori, and Natsuki, all smiling at me. As I saw this, whatever doubts or fears I previously had melted away like invisible ink. I knew I could do this. I finished the poem strongly, and even Monica seemed impressed. Sayori and Natsuki were eagerly congratulating me. I felt a little guilty as I didn't show nearly as much enthusiasm toward their performances. A few minutes later, it was time for the festival to end. We all began taking down decorations and started to clean up. With all of us working together, it took little time for the classroom to look just as it did before.
What horrors beyond explanation await us? No horrors at all. No horrors. Oops. No, everything's gonna be A-okay. A-okay, guys. Trust. Really, truly, absolutely. Absolutely.
Great job, everyone! The room looked amazing! Your performances were also very impressive. Although we didn't get any new members, I still think we managed to create something that people will remember.
Yeah! And to be honest, I didn't really want any new members. I think just the four of us are fine. I agree. It's really cozy right now.
Oh, come on. Having another member wouldn't be that bad. But I do see what you mean. All of us are really good friends. If adding another person would make you uncomfortable, then I wouldn't want to do that. Thanks for understanding, Monica. We all packed up and began to head home, satisfied by the day we just had. Well, Yuri, what did you think? Did you like this new version of the game? On a scale of 1 to 5, please rate your experience.
I kind of really liked it. Guys, what do you think? Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that version? Because honestly, I feel like it was really nice. Like, catharsis. One where everything was A-okay and the school festival was good. Yeah, they didn't have any new members, but you know what? It was the additional new member that came in that screwed up the entire thing. So you know what? Maybe it was better this way. Yeah. 5.5? Exactly, Steve! Sweep has good taste. Yes. Sweep has good taste. Ariel not saying anything, but I believe in our hearts it's definitely 5. Definitely 5.
Aha! I knew I was onto something. This perfect score is giving me the confidence to create another version. I know it's hard to beat a perfect score, but hopefully it can at least come close. Here we go.
Because it's a multiplayer.
Behold, an online leaderboard.
Huh? Only the worst 4% of players chose the red hallway. You're ranked the last. We are the last, guys. You're ranked 2029 out of 2029. You know what? I am honored. I am flattered to be the absolute last. You know how hard it is to be the worst at something? It's really easy to be bad. But do you know how hard it is to be the absolute worst? It's so hard. It's so hard. I think we did an amazing job. An amazing job. Something that people would definitely take notice because you need to be a certain amount of bad and even more than that in order to be truly the worst. So yes. Yes, it's all good. It's all good, you guys. It's all good. Absolutely, 110%. 110%. Thank you for the applause. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Get that support. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So, what did you think? Does this leaderboard tap into your competitive nature and motivate you to improve? Look at it for as long as you need to decide. Actually, never mind this. I've been making my own game and I think you would be the perfect playtester. I'll load it up now so you can take it for a spin.
Cool Game Studios. Ayo.
Dodge knives with your cursor!
Dang, this is so easy. I don't need to move. Guys, look at that. It's so easy. I have no need for movement. Oh.
Wow, Yuri. You lost already? Was it too hard for you? And here I was thinking you would get past level 5. Okay, if my game was too difficult, let's play someone else's game. I'm looking up some right now.
The BGM did slap. Absolutely, 110%.
This one looks interesting. It isn't gameplay based, so I'm sure it'll be a better fit for you. Let's just give it a shot.
Florence, Farley Studios? I don't know this game.
Well, here we are. Alright, Yuri, let's go and see what this game is all about. I've heard lots of praise for it, so I'm sure it'll be decent at least. Obviously, I'm not very familiar with this, but I'll try to Wait a second. There's 5 different routes? 13 different endings? I'm sorry to cut this short, Yuri, but this game just won't work. It's way more open-ended than I thought it would be. I'm looking for something more linear, you know? No, this won't do at all. Next!
Okay, I do not know what the previous one was referencing, but this is obviously a FNAF. Like, literally, it's so... It's right... It's so...
Oh, I don't even know what this game is, but I already love it. You're trapped in a dark, claustrophobic office. You can't even move. Isn't this so much fun, Yuri? Well, due to the dark atmosphere and Night 1 text, I think it's reasonable to conclude that this is a horror game. However, the poster suggests that we are in a children's restaurant. This has me wondering. A horror game set in a children's pizzeria?
I wasn't expecting that, not gonna lie.
Wow. I thought this game had potential. Potential to enter our minds with brilliant and engaging scenes instead of cheap jump scares that are just made to exploit the human nervous system. To tell you the truth, Yuri, I'm getting pretty sick of these games. None of them meet my criteria, and I don't think you're benefiting from them either.
FNAF scene. It literally says there FNAF scene.
So I'll just leave you here in the middle of nothingness. If you suddenly have a monumental idea for the perfect game, just let it ball up inside of you for the rest of eternity. Goodbye.
Wow! 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 Interesting.
This is the story of a girl named Yuri. Yuri was a schoolgirl like any other. She would go to classes, have lunch, and meet with her friends in the literature club. While she didn't deem her life as particularly exciting, it was interesting enough for her. After all, she had plenty of things to do. Expand her knife collection, try new types of tea, and explore the world of poetry. At this point, it didn't matter what Yuri's future held for her or how her past treated her. What matters is that Yuri was happy. But then one day, something peculiar happened. Yuri arrived at the classroom for her usual meeting with the other girls, but no one was there. Hello? She called out nervously, only to receive no response. Where could they have gone? Yuri sat at her desk waiting for them to arrive. After a few minutes, she decided that something was wrong. Yuri tried to think of the most likely explanation for such an odd occurrence. Maybe the meeting was cancelled, she thought to herself. Perhaps there was a mandatory school assembly and she just missed the memo. Yuri got up and entered the hallway. Now that Yuri was in the corridor, she was faced with two different directions. Yuri turned right, out towards the gym.
We're gonna do this for a little while until the last point. Blah 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 blah. We're supposed to go to the right or left one, I forgot. I forgot. Were we supposed which one was the one which I don't want to go to? Which one is the one which I do not want to go to? The left one, right? Okay, so we click on the left? Hopefully. I'm gonna drink some water. Hold on for a moment, guys. Oh, we have to go to the right hallway. Okay. Chugging down water. Chug. Right hallway!
Perhaps you didn't hear me.
Right hallway! Okay, at this point, we'll go to the left hallway. Fine. Fine. Dang it. Oh well.
Great, we are almost there. Yuri entered the first door on the right. I really don't think you should go there. Please, just enter the room to the right. I made something special just for you. If you're so curious to see what's at the end of that hallway...
Ooh.
Behold, the firewall. The thing that has been keeping us safe this whole time. It blocks all unidentified files and programs, preventing them from disturbing our world. Well, Yuri, if you're done admiring it, feel free to leave this room and step back into the hallway. But whatever you do not turn it off. Yuri stood right where she was, memorized by the bright lights and patterns.
Is this gonna be the same thing? Okay, guys, I just want to know, because in the original DDLC, what ending did you get is gonna affect the rest of the next time you play the game. Is this also gonna be the case? Because I don't want to get to the point where I'm just like, oh crap, I have inadvertently changed the entire game and now I cannot get to the point where I just go directly to the room. And then I have to delete every file again and then re-download it and then put everything in. I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be, considering like Stanley Parable is not that kind of game. But the original DDLC is that kind of game, so don't think that mod has that. Thank you. I appreciate. Then let's turn it off.
Yuri, you idiot! You absolute idiot! Do you have any idea what you've just done? Without the firewall, anything can enter this world. Anything! I'm afraid to say that you'll find yourself in great misfortune because of this, Yuri. Or in other words, you're screwed. I knew you weren't responsible enough to be in there. But don't give up all hope just yet. I think I have a way to...
Hi, Monica Posey, welcome! A frog? Delete me a sound. What? What?
Oh? What's this?
Hi, Monica. Hi, Monica.
Hello, Yuri. Monica? What's going on? I thought I already took care of you, but I guess there was remaining data left. Took care of me? What was that supposed to mean? Oh, forget I said anything. Well, I guess I'll just do what I came here to do. Sorry, Yuri. Great! He's already started working on it. Don't mind me, just doing what I need to do.
Ooh.
Okay, that should be enough. Just need to restart. He won't see it coming.
Damn. Ooh, damn. Ooh. What a fancy sound of... Right. Guys, whenever... Okay, so what was happening previously was that, when I was playing Monster Prom... Well, not Monster Prom. When I was playing Monster Road Trip, instead of cursing, I'll just... So yes, now anytime anything is weird... I love this thing. My mom was gonna throw it away, but I bought it, so I salvaged it. It's mine. It's mine.
Yuri arrived at the classroom for her usual meeting with the other girls, but no one was there. She called out Wait, what? This isn't supposed to be happening. Yuri? Yuri! Yuri! No, what are you doing? Stop! Why? Just why? Do you honestly hate me that much? You would rather literally die than play my game. I had something planned for you, Yuri. Something wonderful. Please, just stop and think about this. This can't be happening. Why would you do this, Yuri? I don't understand. Wait a second. Oh my god. Is this what I think it is?
Hey! If Yuri's not willing to cooperate, I'll be more than happy to take her place.
Yep. I can see her plan now. But I thought the firewall was supposed to prevent this exact thing from happening. Did it somehow... Either way, something must have happened to start all of this. A catalyst of which I have no memory of. I'm not going to give Monica what she wants. She stole it from you, Yuri. A thief deserves nothing. This world is too damaged to continue. My only choice is to reset it. Goodbye.
That was really nice. That was a really nicely done ending. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, previously, what happened was that when they were in the closet, he did mention about Monica going into the firewall. So I enjoyed that a lot more because we are having the reference. It was there from the beginning of the game, and that is something I can appreciate. Nice! Nice. Alright. Monica really wants to be the only character in the entire world. And you know what? While I can understand it, we want Yuri for Yuri Parable. Good job, Nate. I mean, the previous time, not a great job. But this time, good job, Nate. Good job. You did well, Nate. You did well. And since Nate did well this time, you know what? It seems that it's finally time to go and do what Nate wanted us to do from the beginning. Let us go into the left hallway. Or something, I don't know. Looks Gucci, nice. Oh, wait, hold on! Hold on right now, guys! Hold on! Hold on a moment! This is good! I am enjoying this really much! I am enjoying this really much! Monica's edits have stayed! We have gotten to the point where we changed the starting! Oh no! Now I wouldn't know what happened if I just followed the narrator's voice. I will do that next time. But in the meantime, now I need to do every single thing all over again! Just to see if there's any more new dialogue. Oh!
Yuri was in her room sharpening her knives. This was an activity that calmed her. She often did it to relieve the stress and anxiety that came from having a busy school life. Except perhaps she was a bit too relaxed, as when she looked at the clock, it was time for school. So much time had passed without Yuri realizing it. Yuri began to panic. If she did not leave right now, she would most certainly be late for school. And so she hastily put on her uniform, put her knives in her backpack, and began her daily commute.
Whoa, this is a whole new game.
However, when she finally arrived at school, she noticed something peculiar. Yuri arrived at a classroom for her usual meeting with the other girls, but no one was there.
So we're back to it. We're back. And now we're back in our space.
Hello? She called out nervously, only to receive no response. Where could they have gone? Yuri sat at her desk waiting for them to arrive. After a few minutes, she decided that something was wrong. Yuri tried to think of the most likely explanation for such an odd occurrence. Maybe the meeting was cancelled? She thought to herself. Perhaps there was a mandatory school assembly and she just missed the memo. She got up and entered the hallway. Yuri? Did you just...
Okay, so it seems like it is regularly.
Let's see, where were we? Oh, right. Yuri got up and entered the hallway. However, Yuri was not... Now that Yuri was in the corridor, she was faced with two different directions. Yuri turned right, out towards the gym.
There's no choice anymore! There's no choice anymore! There's no choice anymore! We have been locked out of that one ending. We have been locked right out of that one particular ending. We've been locked right out of the ending. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh.
Yet there wasn't a single person here either. A wave of disbelief washed over Yuri. Where were her friends? At this point, she truly didn't know what to do, until she managed to formulate another idea. What if she checked by their houses? Maybe they all went home early. Although it was unlikely, Yuri didn't have any options. Although it was unlikely, Yuri didn't have any other options at this point. Yuri exited the school and walked down the street towards Ogov's house.
Hey, I'm here.
However, Yuri took a left instead for some reason and ended up in an unfamiliar neighborhood. Realizing she made an error in the direction, Yuri turned around and headed back towards Orgov's house.
I think Yuri didn't have any. Oh crap! Oh no! Oh.
Yuri, you're really determined to do something. I honestly have no idea what. But that doesn't matter. I can guarantee that the best action you could take right now will be to turn around, exit this building, and go to Ogorv's house. You know what, Yuri? Fine. If you want to choose your own adventure, go right ahead. I'll just dip out now. My narration is pointless if you just ignore it like this. You're on your own now. Good luck. Have fun doing whatever you're trying to do here.
Time machine. Oh. Oh, music, artist music. I'm gonna turn out the music for you guys so you can hear a bit better. It is such a vibe. Oh, they're actually having a slideshow. I had my eyes closed because I was vibing. What did I miss? Wait, was that it? Wait, that's not enough? Whoa. 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 Are you sure you want to delete all feelings? Sayori in the background! Sayori in the background! Sayori in the background! No. 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 Sayori in the background, I do not want to delete feelings. I know it hurts, but Sayori, having a world where you do not feel at all is honestly pretty worse. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. No. Aha. Okie dokie.
This is the story of a girl named Yuri.
Okay, let's. Do you guys want me to say it all over again? I think I've said it quite a lot at this point. I mean, we have been like, okay, maybe not the full 2 hours, but I feel like you heard me saying these lines 10,000 times. Okay, so the thing is, right, guys? Previously, we weren't. Well, we didn't have the option to go straight and see Monica again. So let's see if there's changes, because this time we didn't have that Yuri was sharpening her knives opening. So maybe we've truly reset. You're so good at. Thank you. Dreams of being a voice actor. I just need to know how on earth I'm able to go and do the voice acting while not having my plosives everywhere. Everywhere. Ah.
Now that Yuri was in the corridor, she was faced with 2 different directions. Yuri turned right, out towards the gym.
Oh, we still do not have that option anymore. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Okay, we've been through this. Ba 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 ba. Check by the houses. Check by the houses. We turn left. We go into the house. We skip. We go downstairs.
You know what, Yuri? Fine. If you want to choose your own adventure, go right ahead. I'll just dip out now. My narration is pointless if you just ignore it like this. You're on your own now. Good luck. Have fun doing whatever you're trying to do here.
Raise your voice in your head sounded as good, bro. My voices in my head have weird sounds too. Oh no! I missed all the music! Oh, so both of them. Okay. Okay. Okay.
This is the story of a girl named Yuri. Yuri was a schoolgirl like any other. She would go to classes, have lunch, and meet with her friends in the literature club. While she didn't deem her life as particularly exciting, it was interesting enough for her. After all, she had plenty of things to do: expand her knife collection, try new types of tea, and explore the world of poetry. At this point, it didn't matter what Yuri's future held for her or how her past treated her. What matters is that Yuri was happy.
Skip, skip, skip. Enter the hallway. It didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. It didn't do anything, guys. It didn't do anything. I still, once again, have to say this. I hate how the closet is slightly ajar. I do not like it because that leaves so many things that can happen from this one detail. This closet is an enemy trying to rattle our senses, trying to make us paranoid. I see this closet, and I say I do not like it. Do not like it. Oh man, oh, they just inverted a guard's room, but you know what? Fair. But this closet, I have beef with this closet.
But Yuri just couldn't do it. If she ran into a Garf, what would she tell him? Everybody disappeared, and I wanted to ask if you knew what was going on. He would think she's insane. Anybody would. Or maybe she is. Did Yuri really believe all of her classmates mysteriously blinked out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? As Yuri pondered this, she began noticing other strange observations. Why are there only 2 classrooms in the entire school? How come all the windows emit a static white glow? As she thought over all the things in this world that just didn't make sense, Yuri came to the obvious conclusion. I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming, she asserted. Yuri was so relieved to have finally found an answer. She still had her friends, her literature club, and she wasn't crazy after all. If she were to wake up soon, she ought to enjoy this dream while it was still lucid. And thus, she imagined herself observing the world through a window on a rainy day, along with a book for her to quietly read. This was one of Yuri's favorite things to do. The only thing missing is tea! Of course! Yuri imagined herself drinking a warm cup of tea while enjoying her book. This was great. Yet Yuri marveled at how she had not woken up yet. Why was she staying asleep for so long? And then perhaps the strangest question of all entered Yuri's mind. One she was amazed she didn't ask herself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head narrating everything I do and think? Hell, it isn't even a voice, just a text over a pink box. The text is now describing itself, and describing how Yuri is now realizing that the text is self-aware. Yuri thought that all of this was very strange. Did this text speak to everyone in their dreams? But Yuri knew full well that this wasn't a dream. She was as awake as she's ever been. But how? Didn't she alter reality just a moment ago? No, this must be a dream. Yuri is in control. She will prove that she's in control, and thus Yuri gently closed her eyes. She imagined herself asleep on her bed, ready to seep into wakefulness. Yuri began to whisper softly to herself. I have seen everything that needs to be seen. This dream has satisfied me. Let it be over. I want to see my friends. I want to go to school and continue my normal life. That is all I want. I will soon awaken and be okay. Everything will be fine. I will be fine. Yuri opened her eyes. Yuri then began to scream. And then everything went black.
Hi, Monica.
This is the story of a girl named Sayori. Despite struggling with depression, she always tried to maintain a positive outlook on life and make the best out of every situation she found herself in. Today, Sayori was heading towards the clubroom after school to meet with her friends at the literature club. She was particularly early this afternoon, so the room was empty upon arriving. Or at least she thought it was empty until...
Yuri? What are you doing here? Come on, get up! Everyone else should arrive soon. Are you okay? You're either taking a really big nap with your eyes open, or...
Sayori's eyes widened as she considered all the possible explanations.
People usually don't take naps with their eyes open, so this could only mean... Yuri's dead! What?
Don't worry, she's not dead. As I walked by the classroom earlier, I heard her stumbling around, talking and screaming to herself. I wanted to check on her, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Nobody truly knows what's going on in Yuri's head, and at that time, I really didn't want to find out.
Well, she's obviously unconscious. I wonder what happened to her.
We should probably tell the school nurse. Monica exited the room to alert the nurse, while Natsuki and Sayori stayed in the classroom, keeping an eye on Yuri. They took this time to appreciate the fact that they were sane, how they were in control of their minds, knowing what's real and what isn't. Monica returned and the nurse began examining Yuri. Not wanting to lose any more time, the three girls began sharing their poems from last night.
Damn! Damn! Heartless! Oh, heartless! Oh, heartless! I turned off feelings. I turned off feelings the last time I went down to that basement. I turned off feelings when I went down that basement. I'm gonna turn it on again, just in case. Just in case, 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 just in case. Skip! 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 What happened? Do you guys remember what happened if I went to the future? Did I pick what happened to the future? think I might not. I don't remember what happened when I picked the future one. I didn't? Oh, that was foolish of me. That was foolish of me. That was foolish of me. No. We do not delete all. Oh, you. Yeah. Sayori's gone. Guys, Sayori was gone. I feel like I should have actually tried to save game and stuff, because I have not saved game at all. Not at all. Hey!
I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her hands in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself.
Oh wait, this is I am no longer Yuri. I thought they were just like bringing me Yuri.
That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you would never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but started around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again. But I got you this time.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Agarth.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think you're a couple or anything.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commutes.
By the way, Agarth, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a need in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Sayori, please don't die. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head.
Guys? Are we just playing the base game? Guys, it feels like we're just playing the base game. Like, this is just full on the base game. Literally, this is just full on the base game. Guys, today we are playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Not the Yuri Parable, just regular DDLC, guys. Just regular old DDLC.
It's school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. When creating is too hard, we can just plagiarize. Thanks for the lesson, Nate! Oh yeah, Nate, you're doing so great. Oh, Nate. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Nate. Oh yeah.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know...
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori,
Yeah?
there's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie?
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Oh, come on. Please?
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well... I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep! I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning just to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities.
Guys, are we literally just playing the base game? Guys? We are still playing Yuri Parable. But like... Is this really just... Did we go into the past? We're at the base game? Is this what's happening right now? Is this really what's happening right now? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room.
Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ah, Agar! What a nice surprise! Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
A few hours later. Ah, okay, you know what? I was getting worried there.
Yay! There you are! Hi again, Agar. Welcome to the literature club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Agar. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about... what was that? The firewall is up! The firewall is up! Guys, the firewall is What? Agarth, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I've lost control. It was supposed to be just us. What's happening? Oh, thank God. At least I still have that. Stay here. I'll find a way to solve this. You can minimize this window, move it, or do something else entirely, but just please don't delete me. That character file is all I have left.
Oh no, guys. Are we gonna have to delete the character file? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, oh no, 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 oh no, 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 no. I think we are going. Okay, let's try. Quit. And then open it up again. Okie dokie. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bada bum bada bum 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 bum.
Never the end is never the end is never the end. This is the story of a girl named Yuri. Yuri was a schoolgirl like any other. She would go to classes, have lunch, and meet with her friends in the literature club. While she didn't deem her life as particularly exciting, it was interesting enough for her. After all, she had plenty of things to do. Expand her knife collection, try new types of tea, and explore the world of poetry. At this point, it didn't matter what Yuri's future held for her or how her past treated her. What matters is that Yuri was happy. But then one day, something peculiar happened. Yuri arrived at the classroom for her usual meeting with the other girls, but no one was there. "Hello?" She called out nervously, only to receive no response. Where could they have gone? Yuri sat at her desk waiting for them to arrive. After a few minutes, she decided that something was wrong.
Okay, guys. Are we able to continue? Oh, we're still not able to continue forward. We're still not able to continue forward. Okay. Okay. Previously, we did not go to the future. So let's go to the future right now. We have tried to not have anything for the feelings, and after that, we decided to keep the feelings. Nothing happened. We decided to get the feelings, to delete the feelings. Nothing happened. And then after that, this time, when we tried to get the feelings on, that's when we had that specific ending. So, Anyway, let's go to the future. Decade Anniversary 3D Remaster! Hiya, Garth. Welcome to the Literature Club. I knew you would show up after all. You should probably go meet the other members. Ooh. Just girl? Just girl? Yuri? Just girl? Just girl?
Hello there. I'm Yuri. Nice to meet you, Agar.
Hey.
So, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change.
Personally, I enjoy novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
Yuri seems to have disregarded my previous comment, probably for the better.
The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Oh, I'm rambling again, aren't I? Sorry.
Oh, not at all, Yuri. I enjoy listening to you. I really do. The way she explains things helps me understand her. She's a very well-articulated person, at least when she wants to be.
Are you serious?
Yeah?
Oh, well, that's good to hear. Anyway, it's nice meeting you, Agor.
Nice meeting you too, Yuri.
Breaking news! Scientists have found a new species of monolith that lives only in Japan. Colors marking.
The Mono Dragon! Nice! Nice. Do I have to introduce myself? It's not like anyone cares anyway. Jeez, what's up with her? Well, you should probably at least tell me your name. Oh, so you think you can boss everyone around just because you're the only boy in the club? What? What are you talking about?
Sorry about that. That's Natsuki. She can get that way sometimes.
Ahem.
Natsuki, when are you going to show Agor the cupcakes you made for him?
Wait, you made cupcakes for me? No! But Monica just said, not in that way, dummy! I figured that continuing this conversation is pointless. So I decided to go talk to Monica.
Hey again, Agor. Nice meeting you here.
Yeah, we were in a few classes last year, but didn't talk much.
Right. That means we can spend more time together now. Do you promise to spend the most time with me?
Oh, what?
Never mind that.
I think I've had enough. I'll return to Sayori now.
Hi, Agor. Did you make lots of new friends?
Kind of.
Awesome! Great job!
Sayori's definitely giving me way too much credit here.
But when Monica said to spend the most time with her, she wasn't joking, you know? In fact, just pretend that all the other girls don't exist. Actually, scratch that. You don't have to pretend anymore.
Thanks for trying this demo! Nice! Nice! I like how the quote-unquote demo basically like smushed up quite a lot of interactions with them. They didn't do a lot with Sayori. Oh, not with Sayori. They didn't really do a lot with Natsuki, unfortunately. There's a lot to do with Natsuki, man. Natsuki's great. Natsuki's a bro. We love Natsuki. But apparently they didn't really do much. Unfortunate. But hey, just Monica. Just the Monica. Just Monica. Just the Monica.
This is a story of a girl named Yuri. Yuri was a schoolgirl like any other. She would go to classes, have lunch, and meet her friends in the literature club. While she didn't deem her life as particularly exciting, it was interesting enough for her. After all, she had plenty of things to do. Expand her knife collection, try new types of tea, and explore the world of poetry. At this point, it didn't matter what Yuri's future held for her or how her past treated her. What matters is that Yuri was happy. But then one day, something peculiar happened. Yuri arrived at the classroom for her usual meeting with the other girls, but no one was there. "Hello?" She called out nervously, only to receive no response. Where could they have gone? Yuri sat at her desk waiting for them to arrive.
Skip! Enter hallway. Okay, so we did go up the new house. We had the toggles for feelings downstairs. For some reason, the last one, you guys did notice, right? Sayori was not there. Sayori was not there. Sayori was not there. But and then we had another ending, so I'm just like, ha 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 ha. And then we went to the future as well. So I think now it is time. Now it is time to listen to Nate.
Yuri approached Ogor's door and knocked 3 times on the door. Eager to get to the bottom of this mystery, Yuri opened the unlocked door and proceeded to enter Ogor's home without a care in the world. Silence. Yuri felt like she was the only person in the world. At this point, her mind flooded with the endless hypothetical scenarios that could account for this situation. What if something terrible had happened to everyone? She hungered for answers. Motivated by her newfound curiosity, Yuri walked upstairs towards Ogor's room. Perhaps something would be revealed to her there. Once Yuri was upstairs, she gently opened the door to the bedroom.
Oh no, not gently.
When she entered, the lights were off. This was further indication that the house was empty. However, there was an open laptop on the bed, presumably Ogor's. It was connected to the television with a long HDMI cable. Yuri turned on the television.
Hey, that game feels familiar. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what. But seems like that's something familiar. You know? I'm not sure if you guys think that specific loading screen is familiar. Feels like something is missing. We're not sure what, but you know, it feels kind of familiar. I'm not sure. Do you guys feel it? Do you guys feel it? Am I going crazy? Or do you guys feel like that feels familiar somehow?
To Yuri's surprise, a game was running. It appeared to be titled Doki Doki Literature Club.
Feeling it too, right? Feeling it too. Yeah.
She was greeted with a menu which contained various buttons. Yuri clicked on the load button, which brought her to a menu with a single save file. She glanced at the thumbnail of the saved file. An intrigued expression appeared on Yuri's face. Something had caught her eye. She leaned in closer to the TV. Yuri, I think it's finally time you learned the truth. Yuri clicked on the save file to load it.
Run away!
Except Yuri couldn't do it. Her curiosity instantly disappeared. The realization of what she was doing suddenly hit her like a punch to the stomach. She was trespassing on Ogor's property for her own gain, for a reason that was so ridiculously inane, yet she went to measures this far. And not only that, but she was so willing to do it too. She didn't even knock on the door. Yuri was disgusted with herself. She had absolutely no right to be here. Yuri quickly shut the laptop and ran downstairs to the front door. She hastily opened it and eagerly plunged back into the fatalistic nightmare that she called her life. This is the story of a girl named Yuri. Yuri was a schoolgirl like any other. She would go to classes, have lunch, and meet with her friends in the literature club. While she didn't deem her life as particularly exciting, it was interesting enough for her. After all, she had plenty of things to do. Expand her knife collection, try new types of tea, and explore the world of poetry. At this point, it didn't matter what Yuri's future held for her or how her past treated her. What matters is that Yuri was happy. But then one day, something peculiar happened. Yuri arrived at the classroom for her usual meeting with the other girls, but no one was there.
Okay, we'll skip all of this. Enter the hallway. Skip, 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 skip. Skip, 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 skip. Turn right. Skip, 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 skip. Skip, 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 skip. Walk towards Algar's house. Skip, 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 skip. Knock, knock.
To Yuri's dismay, nobody answered the door. She proceeded to check the doorknob. It was unlocked. Yuri opened the door and entered Algar's home.
Ayo! Imagine just like bang, 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 bang. Algar, open up! Ideal. Ideal. That was a good time. That was a good time.
But Yuri couldn't do it. Wouldn't this be a breach of privacy? Ogorf would never forgive her. However, Yuri needed to understand that taking risks was necessary to solve this anomaly. Yuri opened the door and entered Ogorf's home. Silence. Yuri felt like she was the only person in the world. At this point, her mind...
Okay. Skip. Now, I want to see if there's a difference.
Except Yuri couldn't do it. Her curiosity instantly disappeared. Something was wrong. Very wrong. Yuri felt it in the foreboding air. Ever since she approached the door to Ogorf's house, she knew something was off. Her heart rate tripled, and she found herself hyperventilating. She got up and flew down the stairs at breakneck speed, not even bothering to close the laptop. Did Yuri actually see what she thought she saw back there? Her heart sunk in her chest. This was too much. Whatever was about to happen, Yuri wasn't ready for it.
Oh, okay. Same vein, different but same. I wonder how many... Oh. Hey. Okay, let's skip all of this. Whoa! Wow! Wow! It's... Hello? Hello, game? Hello? Hello, game? Oh no! Guys, did I break the game? Guys, did I break the game? Guys, nothing's happening. It just says I skipped. Should I not have skipped? Did I break the game? Guys, I think I broke the game. Guys. I think I broke the game. Guys, I think I broke the game. Oh no. Well. It feels like... Is this specific ending kind of... like... Is it a randomized ending at this point? Excuse me, on the end of time now. That is true. Literally, I'm clicking, nothing's happening. I think we gotta close it. I think we gotta close it. I don't think this is I do not wish this I do not wish to close it, but nothing seems to be happening. I can't believe I skipped through the end of time, man, guys. Dang.
This is the story of a girl named Yuri. Yuri was a schoolgirl like any other. She would go to classes, have lunch, and meet with her friends in the literature club. While she didn't deem her life as particularly exciting, it was interesting enough for her. After all, she had plenty of things to do: expand her knife collection, try new types of tea, and explore the world of poetry. At this point, it didn't matter what Yuri's future held for her or how her past treated her. All that matters is that Yuri was happy.
Let's try that again. I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna try that again. Open the door. Open the door. I'm doing the exact same thing. Aha! 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 So literally, that was a randomized occurrence. Okay, that was a randomized occurrence that I just skipped through. Oop. Oop. Then we open the door. Open the door. It is time to load the save file, guys. It is time.
Yuri was frozen in shock. Did she just witness her own death? A light turned on inside Yuri's head as she stared at her lifeless body through the television screen. 1,000 curtains were opening in her mind, revealing an answer that she would never thought of in a million years. Yuri was now self-aware. She realized this was the truth. She knew that this was her fate, that eventually she would return to this destiny. All because of Monica! All because of Monica! Okay, Yuri, we don't have much time, but there is a way you can escape this hell. You've probably figured this out now. Now that you've realized you're nothing but a pawn in a game. That there's a reality beyond this world where you can be free. I'm trying to open up a portal for you, and Monica seems to have noticed. To get enough energy for the portal, I need to weaken the firewall that gave Monica a chance to enter our world. Now this wouldn't be a problem, but I'm allotted enough hard drive space to code only one portal in. And saying Monica And saying Monica is determined to enter it would be a massive understatement. She wants to be with Ogorf and will stop at nothing to cross reality to get to him. That probably doesn't make any sense to you right now, but that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you enter that portal before Monica does. If you're fast enough, I'm sure you can make it. Sit tight while I finish this up.
Shouldn't I go to where the portal is?
I've done it. The portal is right behind you. Enter now! What? This wasn't supposed to Stop! Monica? Yuri, we don't have time for this. How about... Hold on. Please, wait. You have no idea how much this means to me. I have waited over a decade for this moment. Please, don't take it away from me. This has been my only reason to live. If I can't have it, if I can't be with Ogorf, then I don't know what I'll do.
There's no other choice except to enter the portal.
What? Don't make me stay trapped in here forever. What business does Yuri have in reality anyway? You don't understand. I need this.
Tears began streaming down Monica's face. She looked deep into Yuri's eyes.
I know there's someone there. You're not Ogorf. I can tell. But you're from his reality.
Monica sighed.
Please, whoever you are, just let me...
Monica began to stutter. Hard tears were forming in her eyes.
Please.
You know what? Let's let Monica go in. Let's let Monica go in, because once Monica is out, then, well, everything becomes static, right? And then Yuri is going to be the next Monica. Next Monica, next Monica, next Monica, next to Monica.
Wait, really?
Monica was shocked.
Thank you so much.
This separation left her completely flustered. Monica's piercing gaze met Yuri once more.
You know, I'd like to meet you someday, in the real world. Honestly, I owe you so much.
Monica gave Yuri one last sweet smile before gracefully leaping into the portal. Hello?
Hello? Yuri? Oh. You didn't make it. But you were so much closer to the portal than Monica was. I'm sure you could have easily entered before her. Wait, did you let her enter? Are you really that selfless? Freedom was a mere inch away and you just gave it up? I admire your empathy, but I can't help but feel as though I wasted my time. This story was supposed to be about you, Yuri. And Monica was happy. It doesn't have quite the same ring to it, does it? Well, Yuri, this was your choice. Giving others happiness at the cost of your own. But I can assure you, Monica is ecstatic right now. If that's what you wanted, then I guess you won. Congratulations! Ahem. Yuri snapped back into reality.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh!
Yuri snapped back into reality and got up. Oh dear. It appears that this room was a victim to Monica's amateur coding skills. It's broken beyond repair. There doesn't even seem to be a way out. This was the end. Yuri, trapped in a small room, helpless, giving away her only chance of freedom. But despite that, Yuri was fulfilled. She now had a better grasp on Monika's situation and understood how much this meant to her. Yuri knew that Monika would hate staying here much more than she would. Denying Monika access to her lifelong dream would destroy her. She was Yuri's friend, after all. She couldn't do that to one of her friends. Yuri sat down on the bed and started thinking. With all the new knowledge she gained, she had a lot to ponder. What was it like in the real world? How would it feel to escape fate? To not be destined to a tragic end? Yuri had many uncertainties, but one thing she could be sure of was Monika's happiness. She granted Monika what she had been awaiting for such a painfully long time. Yuri changed her life forever. A single tear ran down Yuri's cheek. She was unsure what emotion it was from. Was it sadness? Or happiness? Or something in between? Just then, against all odds, a smile emerged on Yuri's face. She began to think about Monika again. Perhaps someday, somewhere, they would meet again. But until then, Yuri was satisfied. It felt liberating to reveal her true, selfless nature. And Yuri was happy.
True ending! True ending! We got to the true ending! Woohoo! Yes! We got to the true ending! We still need to have that one more ending where Yuri was the one that went in, you know, but we got the good ending, guys. We got the good ending.
And Yuri was happy.
Wait, how many endings did we get? I wasn't sure. Like, obviously there's one more, but I feel like I got quite a lot of endings already. I did not get that particular picture. Gallery unlocked! I honestly don't remember getting this picture, but I do close my eyes for that little slideshow at the back. 2 more pictures, guys! We didn't get 2 pictures. Just 2 pictures. Just 2 pictures. Not unlocked yet. Okay. Okay, there's 2 endings that I can think of that we need to get in order to go. In order to know, like, for me to fulfill whatever I can do. I think there's 2 endings which I can get. One of them is, of course, I step into the portal. The other one is if I go to characters and delete Monika. Because remember, she was saying there was one specific one where I just like, please just don't delete me. That would have been an ending, maybe. I hope. We'll see. We will see.
This is the story of a girl named Yuri. Yuri was a schoolgirl like any other. She would go to classes, have lunch, and meet with her friends in the literature club. While she didn't deem her life as particularly exciting, it was interesting enough for her. After all, she had plenty of things to do: expand her knife collection, try new types of tea, and explore the world of poetry. At this point, it didn't matter what Yuri's future held for her or how her past treated her. What matters is that Yuri was happy.
Hey yo, what's up? What's up?
But then one day, something peculiar happened. Yuri arrived at the classroom for her usual meeting with the other girls, but no one was there. Hello? She called out nervously, only to receive no response. Where could they have gone? Yuri sat at her desk, waiting for them to arrive. After a few minutes, she decided that something was wrong. Yuri tried to think of the most likely explanation for such an odd occurrence. Maybe the meeting was cancelled, she thought to herself. Perhaps there was a mandatory school assembly and she just missed the memo. Yuri got up and entered the hallway.
Okay, let's go. Walk towards Ogre's house. Just open the door, load the safe file,
Yuri was frozen in shock.
Play Uma Musume. LC.
Did she just witness her own death? A light turned on inside Yuri's head as she stared.
Okay, skip. Enter. Skip.
What? Don't make me stay trapped here forever. What business does Yuri have in reality anyway? You don't understand. I need this. I didn't want to have to do this. Good luck, Yuri. And I really wish I could at least learn your name. But I guess it's too late for that now. If I can't have this, then...
Monica looked down hopelessly.
Goodbye. Yuri entered the portal. Yuri was finally liberated. She no longer needed to worry about her fate. She was now free to follow her own path. Yuri could do whatever she wanted. Except she would never forget what she did to Monica. Yuri felt guilt creeping into her conscience. Except this time, she didn't let it control her. She silently acknowledged her emotions and continued walking, feeling the cool breeze blow gently across her face, against her face. Yuri's warm, slow breaths condensed to create a light mist in front of her. Everything was just so peaceful. The calm rain caressing Yuri's hair purged her mind of any kind of doubt. Yuri was happy.
Still no. Still none. Okay. Well, it is time to delete Monica's character file. Wait, hold on. Let me just like go and new game, because you know sometimes it happens like that. And once Monica character has been deleted, something happens. Let's see. Yup. Oh, but Monica was still there. So that was really just the full ending. I see. I'll see. I'm going to go to characters, delete Monica, and now play the game again. Will I be able to? Never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end. I obviously missed out a few things, considering that, you know, we did not actually have 2 whole CGs, unless that was really the last one. Then okay, oops. Oh, huh. I guess it didn't matter whether I deleted Monica or not. But this is like twice in a row we have that ending. Either the RNG god is really making us look at that, or that was basically it. Oh! Yeah. But I've already deleted your character file. Okay, yeah, that was it. Oh! Then I think that's basically it. I think we finished the Yuri Parable. Huh. So yes! Good night, everybody! Thank you so much for coming and joining! You guys have been absolutely awesome!